Okay, so we got all right. We got done seeing 50 Shades of Grey, and you have read the book.
Yep,
Have you both read the book?
Yeah.
I have not. So, I have to be honest. I was getting ready to hate this movie and yell at you about how terrible it was. I'm not going to do that because I didn't think it was that terrible of a movie, but it's still not a good movie.
No.
No. You agree?
No, virgin.
No. Did you like the book?
Yeah.
And did you like the book?
I liked the book, except
Chapter
for
8.
Yeah, it was good. It didn't need to be a three-part series, but
No.
Sure. Okay, so even two fans here did not like the movie. So if you want to know that, that's that perspective there. I know about the book, but me not reading the book and looking at this as its own movie, it's just not that good. There's not much to say about the plot because everyone knows what this is about. Things that I liked, the acting was actually really good. I
feel
thought
like they had some awkward moments, though.
Really awkward.
But that's, and I'll get to that in a second. Yes, but I thought overall the acting was good. There is, and I'm not just talking about the sex scenes here. I thought it was a very well filmed movie. The cinematography and visuals, the lighting, the colors, it looked really good. And yes, the sex scenes are well shot too. But
not the sex scenes. Like there are some awkward parts between. Just them.
Sure. Yeah. And it's not a boring movie. I'll give it that. For a movie that's really just about these two characters being very not interesting characters, it wasn't that boring. But that's the biggest problem I have with this film. The two biggest problems I have is one, okay, I'm gonna have to look up his name because I already forgot it. But Jamie Dornan, who plays Christian Grey, this guy is doing everything he can as an actor to make this a very solid performance. I just don't think Christian Grey is that interesting of a character. For a movie called 50 Shades of Grey, maybe the books go into more. But if we're just talking about the movie, they really try to make him this mysterious, complex character. What's his background? Why is he into S&M? All these questions. I just wasn't that interested. And that's not the actor's fault. And there is some awkward dialogue in the film. I don't think that's the actor's fault. I think that's just bad writing.
Yeah, I mean...
that's just poor script writing right there.
I mean, a lot of people said the book was kind of poorly written, too, so...
Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Having not read the book, I totally believe that. But that's my first problem, is that the characters in general, but especially Christian Grey, I didn't find that interesting. And here's the other thing, too. The movie just doesn't know what it wants to be. On one hand, it's trying to be this very erotic story, and it's supposed to kind of be hot and heavy, but then it tries to, shame on you for liking this, or kind of shame on you, if you're into S&M, but it's you're trying to turn people on with these sex scenes. What do you want? Do you want this to be an erotic story, or do you want this to be, a drama that emphasizes on the bad things that could happen if you go into these extreme, sex lives, if you want to put it. I don't know what the movie wants to be, and when it ends, it just ends.
Yeah, we were like, oh, what?
You just feel so empty.
Going to happen?
There's nothing to, and you could say, well, the sequels, if they make any, I would laugh really hard if they don't. They will, but I mean, this movie's making a killing at the box office. But I mean, just as its own movie, it just felt so empty. I just didn't feel much from it. But again, I really didn't find it that terrible. And when I heard for so many years about how extreme the book was, I was coming into this movie expecting the worst. I have actually seen worse than this. I mean, watching horror movies and watching movies Stanley Kubrick's Eyes Wide Shut, there are so many more extreme films out there that are rated R that are worse than this. But what did you two think besides all that?
It wasn't horrible, but...
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was a little bit better than what I thought.
I don't see myself putting this on my, worst films of the year list. Surprisingly. Maybe for you. I've seen so many... It is only February. Austin and I have seen so many bad movies this year. Already, so...
The one thing that I really, really liked is the soundtrack. Had a lot of good... music in it.
If you're a fan of Beyonce,
hold on,
you got that.
I'd buy the soundtrack before I'd buy the movie.
Gotcha.
Same.
Yeah. It's the sex scenes really are not that.
No.
It's not as gratuitous as you think it would be. It's there, but it's really not that extreme. And I think part of that is the R rating.
They could have
but
they could have had a little more chemistry during the sex scenes. I mean, I don't know how you.
Well, I think this whole movie could have had better chemistry.
Okay, yes.
You know, like Christian Grey. According to this movie, I know Christian Grey is supposed to be like a guy that pushes the limits and all that, and that's what gets girls hot for him. But like, in this movie, it's portrayed like he's a sociopath.
Yeah,
he's like
stalker.
He's portrayed as a stalker. He's portrayed as a creep.
Crazy.
And so it's maybe the book does a better job of that. Maybe it doesn't. But again, if I'm just going by the movie here, it totally misses the mark on that. Which again is a shame because you can tell the actors are trying so hard to make this better than what it is, but it totally falls short. So I'm honestly not giving it an F. I would give it a D. It's just, if you had to rate it, what would you ladies rate it?
Yeah, D.
Maybe a C.
Okay.
Yeah, like a C,
sure.
C minus. Yeah.
Just kind of,
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Well, there's really not much else to say. That's our very just generic review of 50 Shades of Grey. I would say don't go see it, but chances are you're going to go see it anyways. But well, either you've made up your mind. Either you're going to go see it or you aren't going to go see it. But I would not recommend seeing it. But don't take my word for it.
Yeah,
it's number one at the box office right now, and it's going to be there for a while. So, all right, I'll have some more reviews up soon. So, thanks for watching.